Hello everyone. It's been a while. Just wanted to do a quick little stream. Not anything super crazy, but I did want to talk a bit about, we've got quite a bit of news this week. We got the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, which was a pretty big announcement. We learned that it's going to be rather expensive, especially the games, not particularly the console. The console, I believe, is a fair price point. I was kind of expecting $400, but $450 isn't too bad. The games, however, are just simply way too much. Mario Kart physical being $90 is insane. But overall, I just want to kind of talk about the console, as well as the Nintendo Switch 2 editions and other pieces of content that we got. Let me just share the live stream here real quick. Just to any Pokemon. There we go. So, in general, the Switch 2 got announced. It's releasing in June, which a lot of people were expecting. And it's got a few different launch games. I mean, the main one is Mario Kart World, which was the big announcement. Brand new Mario Kart. It's open world for some reason. I didn't really watch the Treehouse, so I can't say exactly like what the gameplay features of it are, but it's open world. It has an open world mode, that is. It has an open world mode like Forza Horizon kind of. Although Horizon, some people like Horizon, but the most stuff I see of people playing Horizon, you know what they do in Forza Horizon? They make like custom maps, like like they do in GTA 5 racing. They just make custom instance maps, and that's what they use everything in Horizon for. Like they don't even play the open world mode. So I'm not really sure like who asked for this because I feel like Horizons and just like Forza Horizons open world mode has always been like the least popular aspect of Forza, at least that specific game. So I'm not really sure like who asked for an open world Mario Kart. I don't think anyone actually wanted that. It's kind of odd to think about, but in general, it's got 24 players, so that's a big change. I think we saw it like 50 different characters or something. So that's like I think that's the most of any Mario Kart game. The characters, some characters have different outfits which count as individual characters apparently. In addition to that, like that 50 number, like I think we saw four different Peach outfits. And if they all have different stats, then that's pretty significant. I think there's going to be a lot of customization stuff, which is fun. In general, Mario Kart has always been, you know, the most popular Nintendo multiplayer game. So I think it's kind of a must that any new Nintendo console launches with a Mario Kart game. I believe Switch 1, the Mario Kart game came out like a month or two after launch. It was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think it came like a month or two after the launch of the Switch, and it also was a deluxe. It wasn't like a new game. It was just the Wii U game, but with a little extra content. Yeah, I was gonna talk about that in a bit, Thomas. They announced they're delaying pre-orders because of tariffs. Yeah, I mean, they don't have a choice. Like, it's just bad timing. Like, I'm happy. I bought my car. I bought a Honda CRV, uh, a couple months ago, and I'm very happy. Like, I literally specifically bought it in the winter, and I had to drive it home through like a snowstorm. But I'm happy I did that because I would have had to pay like 5K more if I had bought it now. So, yeah, like it's just bad timing. Like they can't really be blamed for it. It's bad PR, yeah, but There's nothing you can do. All they can do is make the system good and continue to release good games for it. Eventually, people will make the switch to it. But I do think we're looking at a 50 mil or less sales console, unfortunately, for Nintendo, unless they really pull out all the stops later on. The only good thing about avoiding a Wii U situation is that they don't have a handheld console that's cannibalizing their sales on the Switch 2, aside from like the Switch 1. But they're going to stop production on the Switch 1, I would guess. And they probably won't have a system that's going to cannibalize because the Wii U, no one bought the Wii U because everyone just played on the 3DS. And like they were releasing games for the 3DS and Wii U that were almost mirrors of each other, right? Like Mario Kart, they had Mario Kart 7 and then Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. Super Smash Bros, they had a DS version and a Wii U version, right? So like those those things, like those choices that they made, like they've set up the Switch 2 for success. One of the strongest, or if Sony's cope sales increases on the PS2 are fake, one like the strongest console launch in history. And then this is the successor to that. It has specs that are worthy of calling it a successor, strong enough to differentiate from the Switch 1, as well as a wide variety of mechanics like the game chat and the mouse mode, etc., to differentiate it from the Switch 1, right? Like, even though it kind of looks the same as a Switch, I mean, it's way bigger, it's a different color, and it has a 2 on it, So you don't really have to worry about the Switch 2 not like not performing with regards to like it as a product. But if you're talking about sales, especially early on, yeah, I think they're cooked. Like this is like the worst set of circumstances a company can find themselves in, especially because these tariffs are impacting specifically the countries that Nintendo produces the Switches in. They produce their whole Switch, like with regards to the cartridges, the hardware, and everything, and all the parts come from China, Vietnam, and some other Southeast Asian country. I don't remember the other one. And Vietnam has a 46% tariff on it. So they're cooked. I will not be surprised if the price is $600 for the base one, not even the Mario Kart bundle. I wouldn't be surprised if it's $600 because, like, what the hell are they supposed to do? It's a 46% tariff, and that's just like you have to realize that's not just a tariff. That's not just a tariff on the Switches itself. It's also a tariff on all the other resources that are used to make the Switch that might go in and out of the US at some point. So you're looking at like it's multiplicative. It's not just a flat 46% tariff on just the Switch. No, it's on everything. So all the parts of the Switch and all of that, like the shipping, everything. So it's real bad. Like I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised if actually the Switch 2 doesn't even come out until like July or August. Like I'm surprised they didn't just delay it outright because you have to basically reorganize. In order to avoid a price increase, they'd have to completely reorganize the supply chain they've been building up for this console for the past 2 years. And the funny thing is that they moved production to Vietnam specifically to avoid Chinese tariffs, so they don't have to raise prices. But they got chased there, so it sucks. I mean, it sucks for them. It's like they have like literally they announced their console publicly with their direct, and then on the same fucking day, hours later, Trump completely kills their supply chain. Like I don't know. Like at the end of the day, I mean, the people who will suffer the most from these tariffs are the demographics who voted for Trump to begin with. Uneducated blue collar workers. And I don't really want to turn this into a politics stream because I'm not really a politics guy to begin with. I'm more of like a pragmatist than anything. But I'm not the kind of person who would be really affected by the tariffs. Like I'm pretty well off. But the people who voted for this guy are the ones who are going to be facing the biggest problems. Like if gamers think that this price increase will only be attributed to Nintendo because they're a foreign company, they're severely mistaken. Games prices will go up across the board, and it's specifically because of what Trump did. So, I mean, one can argue that they would want to get more greedy anyway, but that's not the case. Anyway, so enough of that talk. In general, the Switch 2 has, as I mentioned, a lot of different features. I think with regards to the games, there weren't actually that many that were shown. I think of there's only like 3 games that were announced that were actual system sellers. There was Mario Kart. There was the From Software title, The Dusk Bloods, which is literally just Bloodborne, but with slightly different lore and not Sony exclusive. And there was Donkey Kong. And honestly, I don't think anyone gives a shit about Donkey Kong. Like I have never played a Donkey Kong game in my life, and I don't think I'm the first one. I'd be shocked if that thing goes over 10 mil sales. I'd be absolutely flabbergasted if that thing goes over 10 mil. And the thing is, like, we're thinking about Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, right? They re-released that game how many times, trying to get people to buy it. Like, I'm just nah. I'm good. Donkey Kong, like, of course the game looks kind of cool, but I mean, it looks like the dev team that made Mario Odyssey did the Donkey Kong game, which I think is a complete swing and a miss. Like, this is not the time to release a Donkey Kong game. Like, I personally want Mario Galaxy 3. I want Galaxy 3. I just want it. I want it real bad. I understand that, you know, it might be a little difficult to do, but the Joy-Con has a infrared sensor, so you can still do it. Like, you can even do it wirelessly. Like, you don't even have to. You can even do the mouse mode and make Galaxy 3 like that. Like, you can just use the mouse mode. Like, that's fine. But I need Galaxy 3. That game was the best Mario game they ever made, and it's super fucking fun. That said, in addition to the actual first party titles releasing, or first and third party titles releasing, there was a lot of Switch 2 edition games. They showed a lot of games they showed a lot of indie games, to be fair, and some RPGs, like some other stuff, but the big other announcement was the Nintendo Switch 2 edition games, basically ports. They announced Nintendo Switch 2 editions of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Kirby, Pokemon, and a few other titles. And it appears that for most of the games, because these Switch 2 editions, even if you own the previous game, you still have to pay like a $10 or $20 fee, to my understanding. Like, you have to actually pay to get the Switch 2 editions. And these editions are, for most games, it seems like they're adding new content, new DLC, or new functionality. With regards to Pokemon, we did see Pokemon Legends EA at the Switch 2 Direct, and it's mainly just improved frame rate, better resolution. Now, that's fine, because at the end of the day, like, ZA is a game that isn't even out yet, so why would they lock content behind a Switch 2 edition and not put in the Switch 1 version, which is obviously the version that will sell the most, especially given the issue of the Switch 2's price. But, that doesn't fix some of the graphical problems of the game. Of course, the frame rate is amazing. Like, the game looks so smooth at the direct. Like, it looked so fucking smooth. It looked so good. And of course, the higher resolution helps to an extent, right? It makes the game sharper. It's more easy to differentiate Pokemon from the environment, and all of that. The only issue is that the environmental textures are still 480p, which is, a problem. That's like, you can't fucking have, HD character models for humans and Pokemon and stuff, and have decent looking water, and then have grass textures from a PS1 game. Like, I don't I'm not really sure why this is the way it is. Like, of course, Pokemon's a little different than most other franchises in that they have to show a bunch of Pokemon moving in their own directions and shit on screen at the same time. We can tell from Pokemon Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet that this was the primary problem that that those games faced. The primary like performance issue that those games faced. And we can tell that Legends EA seems to be on a. I don't know if it's the same engine as Scarlet and Violet, but it's a similar engine. And the environment does look. It's a big step up from. It's a big step up from Scarlet and Violet and Pokemon Legends Arceus. Don't get me wrong on that. It still is, but because you can actually tell what the buildings are, and you don't have literal raw texturing on hills and shit. Like it was so bad. That said, like if you just like go to the first map in Pokemon Legends Arceus and you just like look at Lake Verizion, I don't remember the names of the lakes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fraud. I don't remember, but the one with the V that's right that's right next to the first map. It's so bad. It's terribly bad. It looks horrible. Like you can't you can't even like it's just like a flat blue texture. Like it doesn't have any waves, no nothing. It's literally just a flat thing. Like it's like looking at in World of Warcraft, they always put the development spaces of a certain realm or region underneath the actual region. So it's like in the game. The dev spaces are in the game even in like the launch versions of the expansions. And the lake and also just environment graphics in Pokemon Legends Arceus look like that. It's so odd to me. So, in general, let me just go and check this. But yeah, in general, it's just not a great time. The graphics are just not very good, and Pokemon Legends Z is an improvement, but it's still like I want to see, and I was talking about this in Discord last night. I want to see an optional texture pack for Legends ZA for the Switch 2. An optional texture pack you can download that improves the graphics of the grass, maybe a redoing of the buildings. You know, just those things alone, just the environmental textures being slightly higher resolution will instantly make the game like god tier. But I can respect the performance improvements. I'm happy that they are doing this and that ZA might be the first actual playable FPS 3D Pokemon game since Ultra Sun and Moon, maybe. No, Let's Go performed really well. So Let's Go was programmed incredibly well. But yeah, it might be the first actual playable Pokemon game outside of an emulator. First playable 3D Pokemon game since the 3DS. So very excited, and it does mean that if you want to actually enjoy the game, unfortunately, getting a Switch 2 is a necessity. Because the game is not even, like, it's like double the FPS minimum, and it's consistent at that FPS, right? Because, you know, in general, people would claim that, you know, the Switch 1 ran Pokemon games and stuff at 30 FPS. That's not true. It usually ran at around 20 to 25 and would stutter down to 15 constantly anytime you're actually doing anything or if it was raining or whatever. The FPS was laughably bad. Switch 2 looks like it's a consistent 40 or so. Even if it's a consistent 30, that's still a massive improvement. Shout out to the 2%. I'm not even looking at my stock portfolio, bro. I'm not even looking at it today. I'm just like, you know, I just accepted that I just lost 10%. Like if it's down 2% again, that means I'm down another like 3K or like 2K or something like that. Like I'm cooked. Like I've lost like $10,000 in unrealized gains in the past 2 days, but I'm just like, you know what? Ride it out. I actually got paycheck today, so I'm actually gonna slurp up maybe another 1K in shares later today, probably as it continues to go down. Before Power Hour at 3, though. I'll probably slurp up, maybe even after I'm done streaming today, I'll probably slurp up another 1K in shares. But, in general, buy the dip. It will get better eventually. It'll recover eventually. It just sucks, but it's what it is. Anyway, it's better than COVID, that's for damn sure. Regardless, let's continue. Switch 2 games. Switch 2 editions. We had ZA, but in addition to that, Scarlet and Violet's getting a performance improvement too, which I think is the bigger deal because Scarlet and Violet, and you might be wondering, why are they going back for Scarlet and Violet? Well, the point is Scarlet and Violet are some of the best-selling Pokemon games ever, and it's still the core of the VGC, and it still sells well today. They are wrapping up the Scarlet and Violet media cycle, but if you consider like the multiplayer aspect, Scarlet and Violet are still the main Pokemon games. Even after ZA launches, they're still the main games that people will be playing. ZA is a single-player game that doesn't have multiplayer yet. But it's still a thing that it's like, it's still a thing people play. You have like 25 million plus people on that fucking game. Like, it's understandable they release a performance improvement for it. And I do plan on maybe doing a Scarlet replay on the Switch 2 with better resolution, better frame rate. I would be down to do that because I think it'll finally be like a playable game. And Scarlet and Violet are great games. They have an incredible amount of content. I don't think we give Nintendo Game Freak enough credit for Scarlet and Violet. Just compare those games to Sword and Shield, bro. Just compare them. Look at the sheer amount of content Scarlet and Violet have as compared to Sword and Shield. It's just not even close. Sure, the DLC helps, but with the DLC, Scarlet and Violet are basically equivalent to the base game of with the DLC, Sword and Shield are equivalent to the base game of Scarlet and Violet. There's just an incredible amount of content in that game, and the content itself is actually fun too. Liko catch Mega Evolution Pokemon in future? I mean, if I were to guess, yeah. Especially as we get closer to ZA launch and stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets a Mega Evolution. My guess is that they would give her one of the new ones, although I'm not really sure which of the new ones would actually be a good fit for her. I'd have to look at the list again. But I would assume she would get a new Mega Evolution. I would assume she'd get one, yeah. I mean, they can't just give one to Roy. The Liko and Dot also will likely get some. Although my guess is that Dot will get kind of a meme one like Ult did. But yeah, I don't think that they're just gonna let Liko and Dot sit there for the rest of the fucking show, just not doing anything. On here. Anyway, so next up, we're gonna talk about Pokemon Legends Z. I mean, in general, the Switch 2, I'm excited. I'm obviously getting one day one if I can, but at the end of the day, we didn't actually get a whole lot of news about it. Aside from, of course, let's talk about the specs though. Let's talk about the actual console. It's almost an 8-inch screen, so it's a big ass tablet. It's big, which I like. I like it being big. I'm 6'4". I've got big ass hands, and I enjoy. I have a Switch 2. I have a Switch Lite, not a Switch 2 Lite, but I have a Switch Lite. That's my main one I use these days, and it is so good. I'm holding it in my hand right now. It is so goddamn small. Like I should probably take a picture. I'm not really sure how I would, but it is so goddamn small in my hands. Like my fingers, like if I were to just hold it like a normal console, it's just too small. It's just way too small. And of course, if I got like I have an OLED, in that case it's bigger, but I don't really use them mainly because there's not really a point, and also the battery on them kind of sucks. But the Switch Lite is so fucking tiny. Anyway, so it's big. The Joy Cons are magnetic now, not slides, not rails. And honestly, I'm happy about that because the rails always kind of scared me a little bit. Um, the rails always scared me a little bit because I was always scared that I would like cut my finger on them because they're metal. So I was kind of scared, but now it's just uh now it's just magnetic clip-ons, which are great. I mean, they're less, of course, they're less physically secure than rails are, but it's not really a big deal. Uh, there's a mouse mode now, and that's actually nice for me because I've got a big ass mouse pad. Like I've got like one of those giant Corsair mouse pads, and that means it's perfect for me. Like I can actually hook it up to my PC setup and just play it like that. I have to move these textbooks, but I could hook it up to my PC setup and just play it like that. Even with the mouse mode, it'll be really easy. It might actually be preferable for me, especially for certain games. Uh, that said, in addition to that, the actual tablet itself is high performance. 120 hertz, 120 hertz screen on the tablet mode is amazing. That's so fucking good. Um, 120 hertz is just I don't think people were expecting that. For the docked mode to have 120 hertz. Uh, that's really high. I mean, I don't like the fucking Steam Deck doesn't have a 120 hertz. I don't think. Let me look. Steam Deck screen hertz. Yeah, the Steam Deck, even the you could call it the primary Switch competitor, is 60 hertz. I thought it was 60. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's 60. Yeah, like it's 60. So the Switch 2 is just the tablet itself has a really good performance. I'm honestly impressed. So yeah, I mean, I'm fucking down for that. That said, that's basically all about the Switch 2. I mean, it's got mouse mode, better screen, better performance, slightly lower battery. It's got the game chat thing, which is just Nintendo Discord, which I guarantee will be laggy as fuck and not particularly interesting. But yeah. Yes, anime. I'm not talking about the anime. Anyway, ZA. As a game, I mean, as you guys know, ZA has leaked a lot recently. I believe it's continuing to leak. I even leaked something from it. Uh, in general, because I don't really give a shit anymore. ZA has been leaked in its entirety. There are many people who have the game. There's a wide variety of Mega Evolutions. There's 26 of them, of a whole list. I mean, I'm sure you can find the list online if you're looking for it. Gen 10 is also leaked, at least testing environments for it as well. I saw personally some pics of some testing environments, including an underwater environment where a trainer was riding a Luminion around. Uh, in general, there's a lot of shit that the Pokemon Leaker Cabal is hiding, and whenever I actually posted something that was real, they got mad and claimed it was fake. Uh, even though I got that image from them, I didn't take a picture of my own screen playing the game. No, I got given that image by the person who fucking leaked it, who not fucking leaked it, who fucking is claiming that it's fake. Um, like they are anytime, they'll talk all about like, oh yeah, you should leak everything, dude. And then when you leak something, they're like, oh my god, no, it's fake. Why did you do that? Liko Karch, Gardevoir, or Dragonite. Dragonite would be cool, but Ash already had a Dragonite, and Gardevoir is too. Gardevoir is too on the nose. Like I don't think they're actually going to do Gardevoir because, like, it would be so fucking stupid. Like the whole point of making Liko as a character was to show a girl who wasn't too much of a girly girl, okay? Who wasn't too much of a girly girl, who wasn't like a Serena or a May or a Dawn who only did contests or whatever. But she also wasn't a tomboy like May. Uh, I guess I said, well, May's kind of a tomboy, but she's also a girly girl. It's weird. But, not a tomboy like Iris, for example, either. She's in the middle. And giving her three certified girly girl mons, would be insane. I would prefer Dragonite, but I think she's probably going to get something different. So, yeah. It's just that was like a little bit of a distraction on my part. I got distracted by Mr. Pradhan over here. But in general, ZA, like, there's just a bunch of shit leaking for it. Like, I don't even think people want to see the whole thing. Like, I have a ZA image on my, not ZA, I have a Gen 10 image on my fucking phone, bro. Like, it's it's cooked, and these people will continue to hide and obfuscate this stuff from you, and they'll continue to call me a liar for talking about it. But the funny thing is, even in that dude's server, in that dude's Discord that you're talking about, like I literally said, when I post this, I'm gonna burn a lot of bridges, and people are gonna ostracize me or say it's fake or whatever. Like, I literally said that before it happened. I literally knew it was gonna happen. I told them it's gonna happen, and then it did happen, right? So I'm not like super interested in leaking anymore, especially with regards to the games. In general, like the games community is kind of dog shit, and it's even worse than the animes community, which is kind of surprising. The games community is kind of dog shit, and when someone actually breaks rank with their favorite personality, they don't even believe it because their favorite personality says it's fake. So yeah, it's kind of fucking funny. So I'm kind of done with game shit in general. Like I'll just wait. That said, um, it's just pretty. It's just pretty fucking funny the way that these guys continue to walk shit back all the time. Shit back. I wonder if it's just so fucking funny. I mean, look, this dude's actually walking shit back in real time. I'm even like looking at screenshots from it. It's so fucking funny. So yeah, these people, you have to realize that while these people do have the game, they will do any level of bullshit to keep the drip feed online, to keep maximizing clout. It's kind of hilarious. Like I literally saw. Let me see if did I screenshot any of that? No, I didn't. I'm so stupid. I should have screenshotted all of it. Like I literally saw in their fucking group chat. Like I literally saw them talking about what can we leak from day to day to day to day. In general, like these guys are the only thing they want is clout. And I didn't even do it for the clout, right? Like I tweeted it and I deleted it instantly, and then I literally left all the leak discords. And I just shared the image. That's it, because that's like what people want. They want just the info. They don't give a shit about your personality or your persona or whatever the fuck, right? So it's really fucking funny to see this guy walk shit back in real time all the time because because someone broke rank with him. Someone didn't just drip feed for endless all time, you know? Like someone actually just posted something. It's so funny like how these guys, they'll even shit on other people for doing this, right? They'll even talk like they'll shit on, for example, Coup or Centro or wherever for being dog shit because they are dog shit. Like I'm not even arguing that. I'm not disputing that. But you know, they'll sit there talking about these other leakers. I'm like doing the air quotes in real life. I really need to get a camera because this shit would be so much better with a camera. But you know, they'll talk about these real leakers, and be like, oh well, you know, he riddles and whatever, so you know he's a pussy. I'm tired of riddling. And then whenever someone posts an image, they'll be like, oh, it's fake. No, fuck off. No, 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 no. What the fuck are you doing? Why did you post that? Like they'll literally freak the fuck out, even though nothing happens. Like no one even knows I posted it because I deleted it literally like immediately after I posted it. And I sent the uncensored image to a few other people, and I deleted those in my DMs, and that's it. Like, of course, if if Discord were to be submitted, they could probably pull out the CDN and see that I posted them, but it's whatever. I mean, I didn't originate the image. They can find it on another place that was sent to me, so I don't really give a shit. And I don't think anyone is like people are so stupid. Like they'll just eat this guy's shit up because he's a personality that leaked before. But it's just it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like the amount of shit these guys are holding back from you is incredible. Like they're posting text stuff now, partly because I started talking about stuff to begin with, right? Like I started talking about things and I talked to these people in DMs and even told them things that uh like even this guy believes, and they're just stupid. Like I mean, I can even post actually I'm gonna see if I have it in here. Do 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 do. Let me see here. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Let me just screenshot these. This is gonna be fucking funny. Let me pull this. And then pull this. Mm. Badoo, 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 doo, doo. Sorry, guys. Sorry for going quiet. I'm just scrolling through DMs, looking to see if I can find it. Oh wait, I don't think I did. I no, I didn't. Shit, I need to get rid of this. Ha. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, no, this guy's a dumbass too, by the way. Um, like, like he's literally. It's so fucking funny the way that The way that he just constantly is walking shit back. I'll just post that there. Like, like it's so fucking funny. He'll just keep doing that shit and then not. Let me see. Um, what? Okay, hold on. Sorry guys, I'm just looking through all this shit. This is so funny. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, I posted in the Discord, HT1. You have to go to the ZA spoilers channel. I literally told him this. I literally told him this info. And it got confirmed by another leaker group. Not his guy. Like, it's so crazy how this motherfucker keeps, like, he'll keep walking it back. He'll keep walking it back over and over and over and over and over. Like, this shit's so funny. Anyway, yeah. That's about it on ZA. Like, this guy is, like, he does have info. Don't get me wrong. He does have a friend who has the game, but he will continuously walk shit back over and over and over and over again just to fucking do that. Mm. Let me see. Do 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 do. Yeah, like, it's so fucking funny. Like, this whole thing is so stupid. Liko catch Armor Rouge idea scrapped. I don't think it was ever an idea to begin with. So yeah. Hmm. Oh my god. It's so fucking funny. Like, he'll literally lie to people's faces whenever people are actually looking at the thing to give people the wrong impression of someone, and then walk it back whenever no one's looking at it. So yeah, it's just hilarious. Like, this whole thing. Moot has nothing, bro. Give up. I mean, I don't even think Liko catching Armor Rouge was ever an idea to begin with. Like, I don't think that was ever an idea, and it doesn't seem like that shit even. It just seems like things aren't even that. uh I don't even know what I was talking about. I was looking at Discord. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's move on. So basically, all I'm telling you guys is that the Pokemon game leak scene is a pile of shit. It's a pile of garbage, and these people will lie and lie and lie to your face over and over and over just to protect their little source of info so that, they can keep getting info and hiding it from you and then drip feeding it over the course of months. That's what these people do because they're so scared of losing their info that they'll literally, when something real comes out, someone actually brings something from them, they'll actually just straight up lie. They'll just say it's fake. And then all of a sudden, you don't have to worry about it. Outside out mind. It's whatever. That said, games are pretty fun. Uh, the game looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm happy that ZA is focusing more on battling than the PLA did. Because while the catching aspect was fun, it was very chill. Um, ZA, they've very much listened to the feedback of people. There was how many trainer battles were even in Legends Arceus? Like it was less than 10, right? Like less than 10 battles or something. Like I'm not surprised that ZA has like it's gonna have hundreds of battles. So yeah, I mean I think people are gonna look forward to it. It seems like a nice balance between the catching aspect coming back as well as the battling, with a fun new battle system that has a lot of different things for skill expression. Of course, I've heard some discussion about people talking about the ZA's battle system and saying, it's not honorable or whatever. But like that's the thing is that Pokemon fans are so ingrained in their ways that that whenever something new comes out, they're like, oh well, that's not how I used to Pokemon battle when I was growing up as a kid. So it's kind of weird, but it's not a big deal. Mewtwo appears in Horizons. I mean, there was Mega Mewtwo Y merch for Horizons that got released that got announced like last week. I think it's coming out in July or some shit. Um, it's possible. I mean, I could definitely see that as like an arc finale because they're not going to be fighting Spinel here. But as an arc finale, I could definitely see uh I could definitely see fucking like Mega Mewtwo as like the final boss. Of course, it could be like a fight with Spinel, but the fight with Spinel, the final fight with Mega Zygarde and all that shit, that's going to be Arc 6. Arc 5, this is like the build up arc, right? This is the build up arc coming into Arc 6. We have a year left and they normally do 2 arcs a year. So, Arc 6 will be the last arc. Arc 5, it's going to be about, you know, reacclimatizing the viewer to Licoroy, Dot, and Uruto, and their grown up selves, as well as, some filler, some evolution, some new moves, some chill stuff, with some pretty crazy fights. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw, like, Mega Mewtwo. Like, I mean, Mega Mewtwo is the first Mega Evolution they ever revealed, and alongside Mega Lucario, they are the 2 introductory Mega Evolutions. They already have Lucario, not surprised if they have Mewtwo, because I think they missed an opportunity not showing Mega Mewtwo in XY or XYZ. So, I'm down. I'm definitely down. Is Mega Zeraora real? I mean, look, bro. Literally saw the concept art for it. Like I've seen the concept art for Mega Zeraora, and I have other people who have also seen said art. So it's like it is at one point it was real, and my guess is that it's going to be like a pre-order bonus or like a free update after the game comes out or something to that effect. you know kind of like how Mega Charizard, the Terra Dark Charizard for the anime, like it came out after the game released as like an event, right? As well as the Shiny Rayquaza and stuff. I guess is that it will be like an anime tie-in event that they release at some point. I'm like 99% sure it's real. Like it is real. Hmm. So yeah, it's just hilarious. So yeah, yeah, yep. Mm, no, nope. They don't deserve it. I literally warned them that their favorite leakers would freak out and try to cover it up, as well as saying that I would burn bridges. That I would burn bridges by posting it. By posting it. Didn't listen. But yeah, in general, when it comes to the anime, we actually did learn that there's going to be some sort of little special on the 6th, which is in 2 days. I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about. Let me go back in here. Um, so apparently there's going to be a data broadcast for the show for 1 hour. Uh, so I think it's going to be some sort of special thing. Hmm. Do. But yeah, I mean, it's just so fucking funny watching these people walk shit back. Uh, Like it's so fucking funny. Like it's hilarious. I mean, it's vindicating, of course, but I mean, I don't really care that much about the game scene to begin with. I literally just got into this whole debacle because I was bored. Because there was like animes on like a 3 week fucking break, so I had to get into something over the course of 3 weeks to do something fun. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just fuck around with these leakers a bit and get some info and probably post it, and I did that. So like mission accomplished, I guess. Like I'll post the models at some point. Likely I have to find a more secure way of posting them because my guess is that these leakers are going to be so fucking mad when I post the models that they'll actually try to just like straight up report that shit to like the FBI or something. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. So I have to be a little more careful with how I disclose that info. So the method that I did have ready probably won't work anymore because I told people about what it would be. That said, I will post the models at some point. I'm not really like right now. I'm not super enthusiastic about it, but it'll happen eventually. Uh, with regards to the anime, we have a data broadcast, which, if you guys don't know, those are like they're like weird little PowerPoint like things where like the voice actresses will just like sit there and yap for an hour and show like different screenshots of the show and whatever. So, um, yeah, um, yeah, anime. We have like an event data broadcast, and of course, a week from today, we have the 1 hour special. Never fear, when that 1 hour special comes out, I'll be there and we are gonna have a massive analysis stream. We're gonna be going over every single line of dialogue, every single scene, and I'll like obviously I can't show it on stream the video, so what we'll do is I'll literally tell you guys to go to timestamp this and then we'll go look at the stuff. But we are 100% doing a crazy live stream next Friday. I might even get up early just to do it. Uh, is gonna be a big ass analysis where we talk about everything. Do I want Yajima? I do, but at the end of the day, like we can't always get what we want. Of course, we're gonna analyze the staff lists, see what's going on there, but in general, I'm accepting that we may not get Yajima. It's just hilarious. The whole situation's pretty fucking funny, but yeah, Yajima, you know, I've been told that he's working on other projects, so we probably won't get him. Uh, I've just been told that like from guys who are like super deep within OLM's like production team shit, like he's just working on other things, so we probably won't get him, which is fine. Like Oshida has really been stepping up, not just in animation, but with regards to industry connections and storyboarding. Like, one of the things that Yajima has that he brings to the table is those industry connections, right? Because he's such a respected director. he can even bring in people from Bug Films to come work on Pokemon or whatever. Like he's just he's so fucking good. Like I mean, I'm glazing a lot. I'm going full glaze, but he's so good that he can just bring in people to come work. Like Takagi does. Takagi does that a lot. Oshida wants to do that, and I think he can do that. I think that might be part of the reason why he's working on other OLM projects is he's trying to get other people from OLM to come over here. My greatest fear is that OLM tells Oshida to go work on their new seasonals. Like I would straight up like he already has been dipping his toes with Apothecary Diaries, but if he leaves the Anti-Poke production right now, well not right now, but like even for next series, he's cooked. Like I mean not he's cooked, like the production is cooked. Because like right now, all of the in-house episodes are basically just like relying on him to animation direct or be a main animator or whatever. Like he's the main animator for the show, and he even storyboarded. Uh, hmm. Uh, bro, I posted it. Bro, I posted it and left. It was never about attention. Bro, I put it in. Bro. Anyways, yeah, anime. I'm looking forward to it coming back. I'm a little worried about execution in regards to writing, but at the end of the day, it's Pokemon. I'm obviously still gonna watch it, and yeah, I think I've covered pretty much all the news. I don't think that I think that in the coming weeks, where these streams are going to be a lot more busy than they have been, just because there will be so much more to talk about with regards to merch, news, interviews. I mean, hell, staff lists are coming out next week for probably the whole month. Very interested to see who's writing, who's doing all this. It's interesting to see some summaries. I'm hoping we get interviews. I heard something about maybe an Annie-Poke article getting Anypoke article maybe getting a like a spot in a magazine. I heard something about that, but I mean I honestly don't even remember because it was weeks ago. So it might happen, might not. I'm not really sure. But I do want to see some VA interviews, even though it'll probably be the same shit. I really want to see a writer interview, but it doesn't seem like we're gonna be getting anything at all. So yeah, I really want to see a writer interview, but it's just not happening. All right. I think I'm gonna call it there. I do want to get ready because Path of Exile 2 has a new league coming out in a couple hours, so I want to be ready for that. I'm gonna be playing with some friends, and yeah, I'm pretty excited for what's gonna be coming. Of course, uh, whenever we get new ZA news or ZA leaks or whatever, of course I'll talk about them. But at the end of the day, we'll just wait. Let's take a look over here. Boop ba doop boop ba doop boo. All right. Yeah, that's it. I think that's everything. I guess. I mean, I don't think anyone who's watching this who wasn't subscribed, but like, subscribe if you haven't. For people who will watch the video later on, join the Bravest Hockey Discord server. Link is in the description below. We post a lot of anti-poke analysis and information there, and basically the entire community gets our analysis from us. So yeah, take a look at Discord. We have over 1,400 members, one of the most active anti-poke discords in general. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Most likely, I might do a stream on Sunday for that data broadcast to see if there was anything talked about. But aside from that, probably our next stream will be next Friday, like a week from now. Unless I decide to do like a gameplay stream or something, but I don't know.